Hello and welcome to Top 5 AI Stories of the Week. This week in Artificial Intelligence, week June 15 through June 19, 2026. So, I have been away for quite some time because of conflicting priorities, but I'm back with my series on Top 5 AI Stories. So, let's move on to the first story. The first story is around government and policy. US forces Anthropic to shut down its most powerful models. That's a big one. And why did this happen? Let's find out. On June 12th, the Commerce Department issued an export control directive halting public access to Claude Fable 5 and Claude Mythos 5, the first time the US government has forced a company to disable a deployed frontier AI model. The trigger behind this was Amazon CEO Andy Jassy reportedly flagging a jailbreak technique to the White House days after researcher published a similar exploit publicly on June 10th. Anthropic was offered a choice to patch the jailbreak or voluntarily redeploy. However, the CEO refused both, turning a negotiable dispute into a standoff with no clear restoration timeline. Let's see what's next. This is in markets and capital. So, SpaceX debuts as the largest IPO in stock market history. This has to be the biggest story of the list because SpaceX has gone public and it has priced its IPO at $135 share on June 12th, raising roughly $75 billion. Shares popped 19% on day one, closing nearly $161 and pushing market cap to about $2.1 trillion. Instantly, the most valuable space and AI infrastructure company on the planet. Analysts read this as the starting gun for AI linked IPOs. OpenAI and Anthropic are both expected to pursue public listings later this year. Oh my god, that was a big one. What's next? Another one on SpaceX? Well, SpaceX buys Cursor for $60 billion 4 days after its IPO. On June 16, SpaceX signed a binding all stock merger to acquire Anysphere, maker of the AI coding tool Cursor, at a $60 billion implied equity value, the largest acquisition ever in developer tooling, closing expected Q3 of 2026. The deal converts an option SpaceX secured in April and pairs Cursor's application layer with xAI's Colossus Compute as Musk's AI division races to catch up with Anthropic and OpenAI in coding tools. The catch: Cursor built its reputation on being model agnostic, running Claude and GPT side by side. Once owned by a Grok competitor, its access to rival models is now an open question for the developers who chose it for exactly that neutrality. That's a big question. Let's see how the story unfolds. Next, we have something on competitive strategy. Microsoft pushes in house models to cut OpenAI dependence. At Build 2026, Satya Nadella unveiled 7 new in house MAI Microsoft AI models, the company's most aggressive move yet to reduce strategic reliance on OpenAI since the partnership began. The push follows GitHub Copilot switch to token based billing, with a homegrown MAI coding model pitched as more cost efficient than the GPT 5.5 and Claude Opus models Copilot currently runs on. It's a hedge in motion. Even Microsoft's closest AI partnership isn't shielded from the industry's compute cost pressure. Everyone is now optimizing for cost per token, not just capability. Interesting move by Microsoft. And last but not the least, in the markets and capital space, I have leaked financials show OpenAI lost $38.5 billion in 2025. Audited financial documents obtained by journalist Ed Zitron and independently verified by the Financial Times OpenAI posted $13.07 billion in 2025 revenue against $34 billion in total costs, a 20.92 billion operating loss before one-time charges. The headline, 38.53 billion net loss, includes a $45.55 billion non-cash charge tied to OpenAI's October 2025 conversion from non-profit to for-profit. Even stripping that out, the company is spending about $1.6 for every dollar it earns. Oh my god, too many numbers, too many dollars, confusing. Ain't it? It is. But makes sense. Apparently, OpenAI has lost $38.5 billion in 2025. That's the gist of the story. Okay. Um, to summarize, we have five big stories: Fable 5, Mythos 5 shutdown, SpaceX record setting IPO, big one, SpaceX acquiring Cursor for $60 billion, Microsoft's in house built MEI models on the competitive strategy side of things, and OpenAI's $38.5 billion loss, another big one. Sources for these stories: Anthropic Newsroom, TechCrunch, CNBC, Reuters, Bloomberg, Financial Times, Wall Street Journal, Fortune, Verger Edat, Korea, Jung Ang Daily. It's important to give credit to the sources. This is what I'm doing. So, this is all that I have for this week. Hopefully, it was good to know about what is happening in AI. More to come fairly soon. So, keep watching this channel. And if you have some time, go to Coach Buddy, check out my leadership coaching tool, provide your feedback, play around with it, let me know what do you think. Thank you.